We are now ready to go live. Here we go with our countdown. And it looks like we are officially live. All right, welcome everyone. Thank you for your patience while we experienced some technical difficulties setting up, but we are excited to begin today's Faces of First Year vodcast featuring Pima's IBEST program. Now, for those of you who have not yet joined one of our vodcasts before, it is brought to you by Pima's First Year Experience program. And in addition to this vodcast series, we have 7 different initiatives to help new students get connected with the resources and programs that are available to support them during their journey at Pima. So we are excited to talk to you about our featured program today, which is IBEST, which is part of the adult education program here. And I have some fabulous folks here who are excited to introduce themselves so you can get to know their faces a little bit more. So I will get started. For those of you who I have not yet met, my name is Renee Forsyth. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I lead the First Year Experience program at Pima. And I'm going to pass the mic over to Robert.
Thanks, Renee. Hi, everyone. I'm Robert. I am a first-year mentor and an IBEST alumni. I went through the program last year, so I'm a big fan. And with that, I will turn it over to Jody.
Thanks, Robert. Hi, everybody. I'm Jody Perrin. I'm a program manager with IBEST and adult education here at Pima Community College. It's great to be here with you. Thank you. And I'm going to turn things over to, I lost my list. There we go. Mary Jo. Mary Jo, your turn.
Thank you, Jody. Welcome, everybody. As Jody said, my name is Mary Jo Shimoleski, and I'm also one of the program managers for IBEST, and I'm happy to be here. I'm going to now turn the mic over to Priscilla.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having us. My name is Priscilla Phillips, and I am the new IBEST program advisor, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers.
Thank you, Priscilla. And is there anyone else who is part of the IBEST team that you want to give a shout out to or let our viewers know who they are and what they do?
Yes, absolutely. We have our intake team that helps students with the initial steps of getting connected with IBEST. We have Anel and Maritza, and then we have Wendy Shader-Black, who is our director, and then also my supervisor, Stephanie Dennison, and all of our teachers. Big shout out to our instructors for our credit classes as well as our adult ed instructors.
Awesome. And I see that we've got a great group who is joining us live through YouTube. So thank you all for joining us. If you have any questions that you would like for us to address, make sure that you throw them down in the YouTube chat, and I will be responding to those throughout today's event, and also making sure that your questions get answered. If you are watching this video in replay, you are also welcome to do the same. Just comment down below this video and we will make sure to answer those questions as they come in. But without further ado, Priscilla, will you go ahead and explain what IBEST is?
Sure. So IBEST stands for Integrated Basic Education and Skills Training. So IBEST is an instructional model that embeds and contextualizes the basic skills into the credit classes. So when we think about the traditional model, students, complete their high school diploma and then they enroll in some type of certificate and training program. With IBEST, it gives students the opportunity that don't yet have their high school equivalency diploma to participate in a career and technical education program where they are studying and getting those basic skills in their classes at the same time that they're taking credit classes. So with IBEST, it gives an opportunity for some additional funding, support with teachers, but it's not just for students that don't yet have their high school equivalency. Those that do have their high school diploma can also participate and benefit from the IBEST program.
That's a great point to clarify. Thank you. All right, so now that you've shared a general description about what IBEST is, I have a creative question for you, if you will. So if you were to describe IBEST as if it were, I don't know, let's say a comic character, which comic character would it be and why?
That's a great question. The first comic character that comes to mind for me is Elastigirl, because I think Elastigirl, IBEST is kind of the center, her body, and her limbs, Elastigirl is reaching. And I think for us as IBEST, we're really connecting students to different resources within the college, different funders, and then just kind of being that base in connecting students with resources, and also kind of being that stability for students.
Yeah,
so it's
not
a
to
great
mention she's
visual for
probably
me.
really flexible, which I think is a key skill for college students in their journey, flexibility.
Yes, absolutely.
Great example. Thank you.
You're
I'll pass the
welcome.
mic over to Robert.
Hey, so what would you like a first-year student to know, and who can be an IBEST?
Thanks, Robert. That's a really great question. So students that don't yet have their high school equivalency diploma have the opportunity to participate and get that certification or credential. But even students that do already have the high school diploma can participate in IBEST. And really, IBEST just adds that additional layer of support with that additional adult education time. Teachers are working with students to really clarify any of the concepts that need clarification, or they provide that additional support and practice.
And you get a whole extra hour of homework time with the instructor, right?
Yeah, that's right. So, if in your content class, you're working on a paper, that's one of the assignments. Your adult ed time allows you to kind of build those skills on how to write a paper, how to do the research, how to cite your sources. So it gives you that support during that adult education time.
So if a student didn't participate, what would they be missing?
They would be missing that extra support with the adult ed teacher. So that adult ed teacher is in the class with you for your content time. So they know what support you need, what skills you need for that specific class. So they're adding that additional layer of support, kind of some additional study time to refine those skills and practice those skills.
Kind of sounds like scaffolding.
Yes.
Great. Renee?
Let's see here. I've got some when questions. Like, Priscilla, when is your resource open or available?
Sure. So our intake office and student services, we are open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5, and Fridays, 10 a.m. to 5. But that is flexible. So as a program advisor, if a student needs to meet at a different time, that is totally fine. We can be flexible and get that into our schedules so that it allows us to support the student. And then as far as classes, those are going to be housed at different times for students to participate in.
Are there any key dates or deadlines that students should be aware of when they can get started in the program or need to submit certain applications or documents?
Yeah, so the sooner the better. So for our spring classes, we will have 3 options. So we'll have our BCT certificate, our IT certificate, as well as our MA, so our medical assistant, and BCT, building and construction technology. And so oftentimes I think students say, oh, they're going to start in January, I can register in January. Now is the time to get that process started if you're interested in it. So that way we can get you connected with funders. We can make sure that we're guiding you through the college process and navigating any of those barriers that you might, come across while completing the college process. So the sooner, the better.
Plus, it's gotten really popular, right? Isn't it bigger than it was?
Yeah, we do have more programs and students that are interested in. So that's why we say the sooner the better, so that we can make sure that you're prepared before classes start, and that will be, a smooth transition into your spring classes.
Great. We do have a question that came in from one of our live viewers. Crystal asked, this is my final semester for IT tech support, and I plan to continue on for my IT tech specialist certification. My question is, will I still be able to continue with IBEST?
That's a great question, Mary Jo. Do you want to chime in on that one?
Sure. Thank you, Crystal, for reaching out and asking that question. And we're thrilled that you're almost done with your tech support certificate and wanting to move on, because that is a goal of ours as well, is for you to see yourself as a successful learner and wanting to go on for more schooling. So hat off to you for wanting to pursue more education. And we do not support this any schooling beyond that first year certificate, but we're always here though. We keep in touch, as Robert can identify too, once you're finished. Like, we're not going anywhere. We're still here to, if you want to stop in, if you have questions, but we don't support you with that second additional teacher in the classroom the same way we did during that first year certificate program, because now you're ready to go. You're ready to be a little bit more independent and navigate the college system on your own. So I hope that answered your question, Crystal.
Great, thank you. Looks like it did. All right, so let's see here. Next thing that I wanted to ask you all about is where students can get connected with you. Is there an office location that they should be aware of?
Yeah, so our intake and registration office, and I am located at the downtown campus. We are in the Arts and Humanities building, room 130, and Mary Jo and Jody are also located here as well.
And then what about a web page? Do you all have a web page that they can go to for more information, or just to find out how to contact you?
Yes, we do have a web page. We are on the pima.edu web page, and I'm not sure if we can maybe link that into the chat.
Doing it right now.
Awesome, thanks, Renee. And we also have our Instagram page. The handle is at Pima Adult Ed. And you can also find us on Facebook if you search Pima Community College - Adult Basic Education for College and Career. But you can also, if you want to give us a call, you can call us at 520-206-7331. Or you can email us at pcc-ibest@pima.edu.
Great. And I shared all of that contact information in the live chat. And if you are watching this video in replay, I'll also share that contact information in the video summary. So just look down below for that.
Is IBEST only at downtown campus?
That's a really great question. So our in-person services for registration are offered at the downtown campus, but I am also available as a program advisor virtually, so if we need to set that up. But classes, depending on the program, will be offered at different locations. For example, our IT is over at the East Campus. Our medical assistant is at the Desert Vista campus. And there's flexibility in that too. We want to make sure that we're meeting your needs. So if we need to meet somewhere at a different location, that is an option as well.
Okay. All right, so I was always the student who wanted to know why. Why is something important? Why does it matter to me? Why are you telling me all about this? So Priscilla, from your perspective, why do you think that students should tell their friends about IBEST?
The approach in IBEST and as a program advisor is very unique. We, absolutely want to support students in their academic journey, but also we want to support the student as a person. So whether that's, helping you navigate the college process and overcoming those barriers, but also other barriers excuse me, that you're experiencing in life as well. We want to be able to support you through that and connect you with resources. I know I didn't have that in my college experience. I was really lucky if my advisor really even knew my name. And with IBEST, we have, we have cohorts of students and we really get to know our students and build that relationship with students. So for me, that's the why.
Thank you. And Robert, as a student who has gone through the IBEST program, what do you have to say? Why do you think students should tell their friends about IBEST and get involved themselves?
It really eases you in. For me, I hadn't been to college in 30 something years. So it was scary and I didn't know what was going to happen or what was going on. So everybody just makes you feel really, really comfortable. You get to meet your cohorts before classes start. So when you start class, you don't have the jitters about all new people being around. And you get a whole extra hour with an instructor or a coach who helps you out with that homework that's always hanging over your head.
There's always going to be those homework tasks to complete. Yes. Mary Jo, how about you? What would you say is a reason for students to get involved and tell their friends about IBEST?
I'm going to follow up with what Robert was talking about. And that adult education instructor oftentimes does act as a coach, right? Keeps you motivated. And I think one of the skills that's really hard to teach, but happens through the IBEST program is confidence. Students really grow in their confidence, and it starts from the on-ramp. And the on-ramp is what Robert was talking about, before classes even start, we get the cohorts together to start forming that community so that they can then go into the classes and feel like they've got support all around them. So I just wanted to follow up with what Robert said as he was finishing up his BCT IBEST, and you're a great spokesperson for students at the rest of the college. So thank you.
Yeah, that cohort thing. We're still really close. All of us that started together, we talk to each other more than once a week. We still text each other on homework things or just memories that we had when we were first starting out. So
I think that's a great illustration of how your support network in college is beyond the classroom. It is your faculty, it is your advisors, but it's also your peers who you connect with. It's also your family and friends outside to encourage you and also help build that confidence. And all together, that's your support network to carry you through in that particular program and beyond. So I love that. Thank you for sharing. Jody, is there anything that you would like to add?
Oh, thank you for asking, Renee. I think, Robert just said it so beautifully, and Mary Jo, just about how being in a group as part of IBEST can be such a supportive experience. I love the expression, all of us are smarter than any of us.
Yeah.
And there's just so many smart people participating in IBEST. And when I see the groups of our learners working together and supporting each other and sharing their intelligence, it's a really powerful thing. So that's, one of the big benefits of this program. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, so I'm checking the chat to see if there are any additional questions that we have not yet covered. I think we were able to answer and address all of them. But again, if you have any additional questions about the IBEST program, or let's just say you want to pursue it and get involved with it, please feel free to follow up with this incredible team that you just met through the contact information that again was shared through the chat and will also be available in this video summary. If you liked what you heard today, please make sure that you hit that like button down below and subscribe to get notifications of when we will be hosting this event again. We host our Faces of First Year vodcasts monthly. And so next month on October 14th, we will be talking to you about Makerspace and introducing you to the faces behind that first year resource. So we wish you all a wonderful weekend, a fantastic rest of the semester. We hope to see you again soon at our next Faces of First Year broadcast. But until then, take care and keep striving.